So you want me to dance this week?
Yeah, go on. Let's see some of your moves. I remember some of your moves. What was it? The coat hanger? The coat hanger?
No,
Chicken winging?
Yeah.
Chicken winging?
It was that, wasn't it?
Yeah, go on, do that. That never worked, did it?
No, it's terrible. In fact, that was
When,
actually.
So when I danced in your kitchen earlier in the week, Laura was like
Filming you.
yeah, and she said, I can see now why you two never pulled when you were younger, and that is the very reason. It wasn't our personalities, I was dancing, wasn't it? That's what it was.
Just couldn't get anywhere near us. Could
No.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Sunday morning show. Good morning, Leicester.
Good morning, Dan.
How are you? You have been
Very
yawning
good.
today.
Yeah, a little bit tired. We've had a busy week, haven't we?
Busy week, yeah.
So yeah, we've
I feel like every week's a busy week.
yeah, it is, to be fair, isn't it? We went off to Bovey Castle, didn't we?
We did. However, I do feel like with the weather changing that maybe the golf is going to slow down a fraction moving up from now. And
Yeah,
I would imagine that some of you guys as well down there are also seeing that with the weather
We've
changing.
packed quite a lot in,
Very
haven't we,
cold.
the last few months?
We've had to. Haven't we,
Yeah,
really?
which
We've
is
had
good.
to. So, yes, Paul playing at Dartmouth. Small
Yes.
Paul versus big Paul.
I'm going to call him Small Paul.
Tall
from now
Paul.
on.
Tall
No,
Paul versus Small Paul.
Small Paul, I love
Small
it.
Paul. So really the idea of that video was to kind of talk about him, maybe if what would happen to his game if he gained 30 yards.
Yeah.
I know the end result was that they both tied, but I do believe that Small Paul was playing exceptionally well and Tall player Paul was just sort of bumbling along, not really setting anything alight.
Yeah.
And the end result was they were, you know, pretty much neck and neck all the way around. Small Paul held a few putts and Tall player Paul didn't really get anything going, you know. So so yeah, but I think it's still a good series. I'd love to see that series done over a number of rounds.
So you're only really scratching the surface with 9 holes, aren't you?
Yeah.
If it was done over 20 rounds, you'd probably see more of a trend that you were trying to obviously see on a short sort of pilot sort of study, really. But yeah, no, it was it's interesting.
Dartmouth was the right place for it as well because it's our only real championship golf course that we've got around here that you can get onto par 5s and bomb it a little bit. If we could have done maybe the front 9 as well and made it actually 18 holes, that might have showcased it maybe a fraction more.
No, I think it made the point, and it was it was transparent what you were trying to actually prove and show. I think people would get that and would enjoy and they could see the difference, which we've been banging on about since Paul's featured on the channel.
Absolutely right. Yeah, absolutely right. I also, though, talking about extra length.
Yeah.
I was out testing on Wednesday the new Titleist TSi Driver. Can't really reveal too much at the moment.
What does the I stand for? What's it, injection? Like a car?
Ignition, like go time.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting.
But properly, very different in the shapes from sort of TS to now TSI.
I've not seen it yet, so I don't know.
I've got some video footage that I'll show you as well. But yeah, very different in the shape, and I'm going to do a bit of a journey with it. So even though there's going to be a review of the product,
there's a bit of an embargo. They can't do it until
can't do anything until the 15th of October, which will be embargo day for that, and then it will be released, I think, later on in October and possibly out on the shelves in November. So but it was good. It was good to test it. I didn't get a full test as to how I wanted it from my point of view, but I'm going to retest again to get some more video footage on it. But I'm going to do a little journey with some other pros who have been fitted into it, and we'll release that as well. And I think that, you know, because it's always quite good once you get a fitting to then obviously take it out onto the golf course and play with it and this and that. So I'm going to go once they get their clubs.
We've been banging on about that for years, haven't we? You don't just go and have a fitting and then get that club made to measure for you. Make sure you take it on the golf course. Try it out in proper conditions, you know. It's so different. We personally wouldn't sell, and I don't think any decent fitter would sell you something from one session in a studio.
Yeah, it's sometimes it can be difficult, but I think this is going to be a good little showcase of what pros do when they get their new clubs and you know, and what they kind of put them through to eventually put them into tournament golf. So that was quite a good fun. There's always a buzz around new clubs when they come out, isn't there? And there's always that sort of like, oh, am I going to hit that ball that little bit further with this new driver?
Everyone's looking at the distance, aren't they?
Yeah, absolutely. All games, like, and this someone asked me a question the other day saying, you know, does it go any further, and when do you make a change to a driver, and how much further does it have to go to make that change? It's not just about gains of yardage. No. It's about how does the driver look? Yeah. How does it feel with the weight of the club and the shaft and everything that kind of balances it up? What does it sound like off the face?
I mean, for me personally,
there's so many things.
Courses like this, obviously I'm not the most accurate off the tee. So if I was hitting a driver similar to distance to my one at the moment, but it was more accurate and the dispersion rate was far less, then I would gain it. Yeah. The yardage, I'm not looking for personally, because I didn't play tour length courses. Yeah. I'm not looking for yardage, so I'm looking for something that's easy to hit. Yeah. You know, so
something a bit more forgiving.
Yeah.
So that will be videos coming shortly on the review of the new TSi range. So quite exciting times. Have you got a question?
I have. Yeah, I've got. It's quite a good question. I thought I did answer it as well
on Instagram.
It's from. Ben Winstanley sent me a message on Instagram. If anybody wants to send me messages on that platform, it's probably the best one for me to respond to.
Because you're always on it.
I'm always on Instagram, yeah. And he's just put, hi Lester, and he's just gone about the channel. He's not played golf for sort of 7+ years. And he wants to know, have we got any advice on how to get back into golf? And could I get to a decent standard starting again at 43 years old? Not sure where to start in terms of practice, clubs, finding people to play with, coaching. Yeah. I fell out of love with golf and struggled once I got to single figures, and my mind got muddled with swing thoughts, etc. I hope that makes sense.
Okay, so
a few different parts to that, isn't there?
Sure. I mean, age 43. I mean, the beauty of golf is it doesn't matter, does it? Like, you know, it doesn't really matter what. That's the game. It can take you on and on and on. There's guys that are in their 80s.
Well, I play golf with Rodney. Yeah. Rodgers, you probably would have seen him on my Instagram and our Twitter feed.
How old is he now?
He's 83. I mean, he still gets the ball round. He hits it beautifully off the tee. Still probably sends it out there a couple 100 yards. Yeah. You know,
but
he
when
really enjoys it.
But getting back into the game, you know, if you're a player that has left the game because of swing changes or swing thoughts that have upset you enough to want to move away from it, then I would suggest that you come back and go straight to a pro. Yeah. And talk it through. You know, go through that, because chances are that pro has either experienced it through coaching with other players, so has some experience on it, but also they may have gone through something themselves as well.
I would say as well, the way that, I mean, someone who's done part of the PGA, yourself done it, we've done it a few years ago. The whole way you coach now, I mean, your coaching has evolved.
Yeah,
and,
massively.
You know, it's not, I would say a lot of the time now when we try and, you know, if I'm giving people advice, I try not to be too technical, whereas before it was all, you have to swing it like this is textbook. Yeah. And now it's more suited to the individual. So he might find the coaching
slightly
more suited to him now.
But and you might have numbers that you might be able to relate to a little bit better with all the launch monitors and things like that. So I would definitely say go and see a pro and talk it through. You don't necessarily have to go in there and start whacking balls and changing your golf swing. I think just talk it through, get some ideas as to, you know, from them as to what you can do moving forward.
Think of the bits of the golf that you enjoyed previously. So it might be you might have really enjoyed putting, so go and do some putting. Yeah. Do the bits you enjoyed to get that. You know, get that buzz back and then work on other parts of your game before you look.
The chances are, if they go out there and just try and hit balls, they're going to start tinkering. They're going to fall back into their old ways as such in their thought process. So just take your time. You know, you don't have to go to a range and start hitting balls straight away. Take your time and seek some advice from someone that probably is going to know what you've been through. That's what I would suggest.
And I just mentioned that he was talking about joining clubs. Just if you've got 3 or 4 clubs around you, go and get a feel for the club. Go to the club, meet the pros, go in the shop,
absolutely.
Have a little look around the course. They should give you a free round. A lot of them.
The chances are you may know the golf courses that are kind of around you, or you played them before. But the other thing is that from, I don't know how long ago he said he was a member, but memberships have evolved and changed, so there's a lot more flexi and lifestyle memberships out there now that might suit you a little bit better.
Years ago, it was full membership. If you didn't want to be a full member, then if it wasn't value for money for you, then generally the people moved on. But I think now there's lots of different types of memberships. So again, just chat with a couple of local clubs, and then just try and tell them what you're looking for, what you want to do, when you want to play. And they should be able to tailor something that will suit your lifestyle and suit what you want.
I think a lot of clubs are a little bit more flexible from that now. So, but we wish you all the luck.
Yeah, enjoy it. Glad you enjoy the channel and keep watching.
Absolutely.
Tell your friends.
So I get inundated with questions about playing tournament golf. Okay. And why don't I? Could I film me playing in an event? Or the difficulty is it's getting. Getting access, as in permission, being allowed, getting permission to be able to go and film when you're playing in a PGA event. Not all the PGA kind of are happy for you to do that.
It's difficult as well because when you're filming, say if you're trying to film a tournament, the people that are playing aren't necessarily used to camera. It could be off-putting. Yeah. You know, when we're filming a vlog, we have to wait until the cameraman's ready. You could be running across a fairway to get a shot. Yeah. So it's could often put people off that you're playing with. So that's not what you want to do. But however, this week I've played in the Devon PGA Match Play Championships, and it's what I call one of my big four. It's kind of one of my majors. So there's the Devon Match Play, the Devon Championships, the Order of Merit for the County PGA, and the Order of Merit for the PGA Alliance. Yeah. And I will always try and enter one of the, throughout the year I'll try and get in that. But my focus this year has not been about playing golf. It's been about the channel, it's been about my business, it's been about all of those sorts of things. So I have no expectations going into this event to play well, and but playing in the event at Bovey Castle as well. You can see we played that beautiful. The first vlog we played with Lee. That was at Bovey. So if you want to have a look, that was a scramble, wasn't it? We did the 59 challenge. Yeah. So that's if you want to have a look at the golf course. Beautiful golf course. Yeah, great golf course. Middle of out in the moors, but just no signal at all. No signal. So if you want to just get away from life, that is a place to go. Yeah. So I went down there on Monday. I went down Monday. I never made it Monday. You didn't make it. You were supposed to be caddying. 6:15. And you even told everybody that you were going to be caddying. I let you down a little bit. Yeah. I made up for on Tuesday though. Yeah. So I got through rounds 1 and 2. Yeah. Round 1 was tough because I was actually playing quite well, but the chap I was playing against was having a really, really tough time. And I got up quite quickly, quite early, so I was a good 4 up pretty quickly, and then your mind starts switching because I then got it to 5 up, but I then started getting a bit steery, and I started dropping shots. Yeah, and then he started clawing back at me. And it was very, very difficult because I was almost playing for pars. I felt like it was like my playing ability test again. Yeah, yeah. You know where they've set the score, and you know what you've got to try and shoot. So you go around the golf course all negative a little bit. So we had a bit of a challenge there, but I managed to get through that. But it's a part of the game that's also a skill that you've got to be able to, access at times. And then we got through the second round. We played 36 holes that day, and we got through to the second round. And then obviously we moved into the semi-finals, which I turned up for. You turned up for, and you did some videoing, which was nice. I did, did a little bit on my. Which we asked Barry. Asked Barry if we could do a little bit of filming as we went round, which Lester got some decent footage, which you'll be seeing as we're talking about. And then we filmed a bit of the final, didn't we? A little bit, not too much, because we felt we might be putting people off. Yeah, it was tricky, wasn't it? Especially if one starts not playing great. Yeah, you could almost. I didn't want to be blamed for it. No, you feel like you want to back away. I don't think he was not the type of person that would, but he can sometimes. We just felt maybe we'd done a few holes, time to move on. And do something else. But playing against Barry Austin is he's moving into senior golf now. He's made cuts on the European Tour. Quality player, such a good player, and someone that I really enjoy playing golf with. He played some very solid stuff. He was 4 or 5 under par. He's a great bloke on and off the course. Isn't he? Yeah. Sports West Ham as well. Does he? Yeah. So he's got good taste. Does he? Does, yeah.
So Barry went on to win probably his 10th or match play championship. He's won it quite a few times.
And he beat Will.
And he beat our Will.
Yeah, Will got to the finals. He did well.
And he was doing so well, wasn't he?
When we left, he was 4 up. But
playing all the golf. Barry was struggling a little bit, and I honestly thought fatigue was going to kick in with Barry because 36 holes, but he managed to beat Will on the 19th.
Yeah. So congratulations to Barry.
Yeah, but what shape was Will?
Yeah. Will's playing some good golf though.
He's playing some very solid golf at the moment.
You'll see that in a few weeks' time at Point of Polzeath.
Point of Polzeath, yeah. Point of Polzeath. So, what have we got on the channel next week? Where are we next week?
We are back in Viva la France.
We're in France, yeah. Viva la France. We are at Le Day Golf Club.
Yeah.
And this was fun. This was fun.
I mean, we decided to play a Challenge 59, try and beat 50 or shoot 59 again, mainly because Dan had won the first two rounds, so he won the tour. But also we were time restricted. We had to get back for the ferry. We could not miss the ferry.
Yeah.
So we decided to play that. We got out before all the members.
We did, yeah.
We whizzed around,
very early, wasn't it?
But I think people will enjoy it. There's some good golf.
That great golf course.
Bit of banter as well.
Plenty of banter. Plenty of good golf and plenty of not so good golf, which is what we all like to see.
And which is what is a scramble generally happens, isn't it?
Absolutely. So it should be a good week coming up on the channel. So anything else coming up for you?
Yeah, so just to dispel the myth that we actually film this live.
We do.
Do we?
Yeah, we do. Good morning.
This week we haven't, because I will be currently, when you watch this, I will be either at Tiverton, on my way to Tiverton, or play Tiverton. So I could
what time are you turn off?
Well, 10 o'clock. So it depends what time we watch it.
10
o'clock UK time.
But everyone gets up at 7 to watch this.
So I've got County Championship. So this year it's
County Champs.
County Champs. It's 18 holes around Tiverton.
Right.
Stroke play only. So I decided to end. I haven't played a lot of competitive golf. I played one qualifier this year so far. But as it's one round, anybody's could win it. On a longer format, then I've got no chance. Probably got no chance in this.
What are you saying that for?
Well, because generally the better players win, don't they, on longer formats? Whereas one round, if I went out and shot 4 or 5 under, you could end up winning the County Championships.
Yeah, but I would like to think that you're a little bit more positive than.
Well, I haven't put the time and effort in this year, really, have I? As much as I want to.
But you're still playing decent golf.
Yeah, I'm playing okay. Yeah, I feel like I've got a chance, but. Ideally I'd have gone another practice round there because I haven't played there for about 4 or 5 years.
Cool, imagine that. County champion.
That'd be funny, wouldn't it?
That'd be good. The trophy. Bring the trophy. There it is.
So next week on the show I'll either be county champion or I'll be a one handicapper, one or the other.
Oh, is it going to be that? You could shoot level par and still not win.
No, because I'm going for it. I'm literally taking pins out. I'm literally going 5 under, or I'm literally shooting 87. That's what I'm doing. All that attack. Got to win, yeah. Would you attack it, that sort of format? 18 holes?
Well, yeah, it's a bit of a shootout.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I think you've got to be... I don't see... round that golf course. Off the backs, probably it'll be. Tucked pins. Tiverton. Tiverton can make you look a bit silly in places.
It's going to make me look silly then.
If it's a bit bouncy, you can get some runoffs into those trees.
We've had a bit of rain though, haven't we? This week,
I think you'll be alright around there. But
3, 4 under? More? 5?
4. I think you're going to need to be 4 under.
Well, I'll let you know what the score
5
is
under will win
week.
it. 5. If you shoot 5 under, you'll win it. But I think 4 under, you'll be there.
I think I'd have to play as well as I can play to win it. So
yeah,
I'm going to try. Always try.
Can you imagine that?
I finished 8th.
You'd be first pick for the South West Counties week.
No, I wouldn't play.
You'd have to play.
I wouldn't. Don't have to play. Don't have to do anything.
No, you do. You would have to play in that. The opportunity of playing that, you'd love it.
I wouldn't.
All the kids, you'd be out with the kids.
When I played football last Saturday, and one of the lads, 40-year-olds, one of the lads asked me how old I was, and I said 40, and then he said, "What's your second name?" And I said Barnes, and he said, "You went to school with my mum." Then I felt old.
Wow.
I know.
Oh my word.
That is scary, isn't it?
You got to hang the old boots up.
No.
You got to, hang them up.
No.
Yeah. Anyway, we wish you all the best, and I'm sure everybody wishes you all the best as well for the county championship. Right, I think that concludes our Sunday morning show. Thank you very much. Anything else for you to report?
No, that's it.
That's it. We'll see you all again next week. See you later. Yeah.